Hey guys, welcome to another manga vlog video. We're gonna head to Barnes & Noble's today to get some manga, and we have a couple of cool places that we're gonna stop by as well in the video. So without further ado, let's get into it. Stopping by the One Piece section first, as always, we didn't realize that today was buy one, get one manga 50% off. So we definitely scored big coming today. And I think we're gonna get some new series today, at least two. So right off the bat, we see this series, which I thought was a manga at first. Really awesome colors, and then as soon as I started flipping through, I was like, oh, it's a manhwa, which of course is Korean manga, which is noted by the kind of like a webtoon style format and paneling with colored pages. Anyways, but that looked cool. Maybe I'll have to check it out. Let me know, guys, who is into manhwa down in the comments. Would love to talk about it. Let me know what your thoughts are between that and manga. The second volume struck my eye because I loved the cover and the art. I really like the art. Nothing crazy, just I like this kind of art style. Noticed it was in Spanish. I'm not sure if you could tell. So I do know a little bit of Spanish. Maybe I could bridge the gap and get into some Spanish manga too and broaden my horizons. Here is Peach Boy Riverside, which I've seen a couple different times in the store. I like the art in this one, and it looks like an interesting series. Who has read this series? Let me know down in the comments. Let me know what you think about it, and maybe that might just convince me to pick it up. This stood out to me because it just has beautiful, beautiful colors on this front cover. Absolutely wild. It looks kind of crazy too. Phantom Tales of the Night. Seems a little spooky. Definitely perfect for Halloween this time of year. Shout out to Fire Force. I have a coworker who absolutely loves this series, and Soul Eaters, which I know they're both in the same universe, made by the same writer. So shout out to this series, and shout out to Sean. Of course, Drifting Dragons, love the series, but right next to it on the left is a 3-in-1 for Drifters. It's an omnibus. This one is probably going to be my first pickup for today. I feel like I've heard about this series before. I know nothing about it, but I feel like it's kind of an older series, but one that was popular. So anyways, I think I will pick it up today. I think I'm going to pick up the Elden Ring manga as I plan to play the video game maybe earlier next year. So I'm going to pick up that one, and this is a series that I've been reading over the course of the year, but I'm a couple of volumes behind. Sora and the House of Monsters. It kind of has a mix between manga art style and like classic Disney animation characters art style, which I really like, and I should have some manga review shorts on this series. All right, and our next stop is the Lego store, which is just down the road from Barnes & Noble's. First thing that we are met with when we step inside is this massive Star Wars Death Star. Each room with different scenes from all three movies. So really cool. And then off on the right, we have a bunch of different Lego sets. We had this Nintendo Game Boy, which looked really cool. Thought that was really neat. And we see some Star Wars. There's or not Star Wars, Lord of the Rings, which is the Balrog versus Gandalf. Love the Lord of the Rings series. Wish there was a manga on that. That would be amazing if there was Lord of the Rings manga. Anyways, you guys are in for a treat, so let's get into it. So here is their actual Star Wars section. I would love to get that Star Destroyer. All of these sets are so cool. I really wished that these sets were out when I was a kid because I would be begging my parents for them all the time. But man, you will kind of forget how expensive Legos are. I mean, Lord have mercy. If you thought manga was expensive, you have no idea about Legos. So this guy, Adam here, was super nice and was telling us all about the store. Check out their little pins. Each worker has this pin with a different customized character on it. And this guy Adam had 2 of them on there. So shout out to Adam. Thank you for being such a cool worker. And guys, check this out. A One Piece show. So it's technically not the manga, but it's more based off the show from Netflix. One Piece Baratier. Absolutely amazing. I love that there's some One Piece representation here. And this is in the Harry Potter section. My wife was absolutely raving over this set, which is the main town in the video game Hogwarts Legacy. If y'all have heard of that, she's been playing on her Switch too and has been absolutely loving it. So she was over here at the Harry Potter section and just having a blast. Here's some more Lord of the Rings sets. Oh my gosh, look at the Shire. Beautiful. So cool. I wish I could have it. I'm serious about the Lord of the Rings manga. We need to start a petition to start a Lord of the Rings manga. Would be absolutely amazing. Here is some more Nintendo-themed Lego sets. There was Animal Crossing, which we both love. The Great Deku Tree from The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. And there's some Mario. Really cool. And this is neat. This is actually a remake of the classic medieval sets from the 80s, which my oldest brother bought when he was a kid, and I had hand-me-downs. So this is a big nostalgia for me. Super cool to see. All right, and before we head back to the house to talk about the manga we got, we decided to head to this restaurant called P.F. Chang's, kind of Asian themed, really, really good food. So join us. Man, we are stuffed. The food was great, and now it's time to head back to the house. All right, guys, we are back from Barnes & Noble's. Let's go ahead and go over the manga that I got today, starting with Sora and the House of Monsters Volume 4. Now, like I mentioned before, this has kind of an interesting art to it. It has definitely some of the manga and anime art that we've become used to with the genre, but it also has kind of a unique Disney animation style to it as well. I'm not sure if there's too many characters you can tell that in, because a lot of this is like monster horror, but in a lot of these shots you can kind of tell what I'm talking about, particularly in the past volumes. But kind of very, very poignant and definitely has that cartoonish vibe to it from like classic Disney's era, mixed with like manga faces and more of like the manga action panels as well. Super cool. Really love the art style in this one. Story and art by Hidenori Yamaji. It kind of makes me want to look up and see if this is Yamaji's first manga or if he has done other work in the past. I would love to maybe check out what his history in in the genre is. But yes, so it's volume 4. It's all about these 3 dwarves plus the main character here, the girl, who is a swordsman who is tasked to kill all monsters, all evil monsters, but meets these 3 dwarves who are technically monsters, but they are obviously good, not evil. And so she kind of begrudgingly starts traveling with them for reasons and learns that, hey, these guys are actually good, and what they're trying to do is help monsters by building homes for them, and each home is specifically tailored to each individual monster's tastes. It gets very creative, so if you're into like building and construction, anything like that, and like really like creativity when it comes to like your home or what it means to have a home and what a home does, this manga would be perfect for you. But in this manga, or in this volume particularly, they're going in the backstory of the main dwarf and how he ended up becoming obsessed with trying to build the perfect home for monsters. So anyways, I'll leave it at that. Really cool series, very creative. I love it, and the backstory so far has been awesome. So definitely check this out if you haven't. The next manga that I got is Elden Ring manga, The Road to the Erd Tree. So I didn't know this until, I think I mentioned this earlier, but I didn't know this until a subscriber mentioned it in one of my comments, that it's this one is actually more of a comedic take to, of course, Elden Ring, which is the video game. So I am very interested in getting into this one. I might be kind of glad that it's not as dark as the video game sometimes can seem to be. So the fact that it has some comedy, I already think I will like it quite a bit. So yeah, let's see what happens. Ooh, it has some color pages in the front too. Really like that. That's neat. Oh my gosh, I know that these two are the two of the hardest bosses in the game. So for those of you who've played, you'll probably recognize them and know their names as well. Oh Lord. Anyways, so definitely looking forward to getting into this one. Of course, I'll let you guys know what I think about it. And last but not least, the last manga I decided to get today was the Drifters Omnibus 1 by Kota Hirano. This is actually more of a blind pickup for me. I don't know too much about Drifters apart from the little synopsis here on the back. Warriors and warlords from Earth's history, called Drifters, are transported to an alien world and employed to help alien races defend themselves in a civil war. So looks cool. Looks like it has a ton of action. Very interesting art style that I'm not too familiar with. So this is going to be cool. Anyways, I'm looking forward to getting into this one. For those of you who have read this, let me know down in the comments what y'all think, and I am excited to hear y'all's thoughts. So yeah, what are you guys reading? I've been reading some Night of the Living Cats and some stuff on Shonen Jump. Just read the new One Piece chapter, but would love to know, guys, what you're reading. And of course, just let me know down in the comments, and let me know how you guys liked today's video, the manga run, hitting up the Lego store, and eating over at PF Chang's. We had a blast, and I hope you guys had a blast coming with us. So with that said, thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked content like this, please like, subscribe for more. Thanks, guys.